Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another quick pick prediction video. In this video, I'll be predicting the women's strawweight bout between Tabatha Ricci versus Gillian Robertson. And how I feel about this one right here is I'm going low confidence, Gillian Robertson to beat Tabatha Ricci. They're both 28 years old. Gillian Robertson, you might feel like, oh, she's 40 or something. But nah, the chick has been around for a very long time. I think she's been fighting in the UFC since she was like 21, I think. So for a very long time, she's been in the UFC. But she just came in very young. Tabatha Ricci, feel like she's been around for a little bit of time because she has been around for what, about maybe a year, 2-3 years, maybe something like that. Maybe less. It feel like she hasn't been around that long, but yeah. But they both 28. Matter of fact, Ricci a little bit older. And even then Gillian Robertson, who's her veteran, I guess. Like, she's been around much longer in the UFC, and she's still several months younger than Tabatha Ricci, but they both born the same year. So a couple months, ain't a whole year difference, like a couple months. Or like 6 months, 7 months, something like that. But yeah, I feel like Gillian Robertson's bigger. I feel like she's a more lethal grappler. I don't feel like Tabatha Ricci has necessarily beat that competition yet that you would say, oh my gosh, she beat her, beat that. And also I feel like it's a combination that Gillian Robertson started, at least in her last fight, she was able to beat the stylistic matchup that, typically has beaten her. And she's still showing continued improvement. And I think at the Gold Share, she might have found her home and she's finally clicking. I'm not saying she's going to be no world champion or nothing, but things are really going her way now. Like, she just, in a grappling competition, tapped out, dominated Rose Namajunas and tapped her out, which isn't like the end-all, be-all as far as a pure grappling matchup, but still a big feat, something to be impressed with, something that definitely gives you some confidence. And then again, also said she overcame one of her issues in her career. One of the things that had been blocking her. A bigger, stronger grappler. She fought her. Yes, a little bit. She's more experienced than that opponent. It wasn't the case like, oh, she fought a person with equal experience, and then she beat a bigger, better, or bigger grappler of equal experience. But a bigger grappler of lesser experience than her. But she was able to go out there and put a good performance on it. So she over it. And also, when you look at a lot of her losses, they were kind of up at 125 for the most part. And you can say, oh, Tabatha Ricci's only loss is up at 125, so she's at 115, so she's at a better weight class. So she really only has one loss, and her only loss was to a bigger woman who's one of the person that's right around the title shot. So yeah, you could say this and say that's why my confidence is low in this one, but I do like the fact that, again, that Gillian Robertson has more experience. I feel like she's a bigger woman in this one. She's a more lethal grappler, and I feel like I still don't respect Tabatha Ricci's striking too much. But hey, it could be a case of where, well, I'm not even going to that, but yeah, it could really just come down to fight who won it more. But I'm gonna go with Gillian Robertson. And I think I'm gonna go with armbar for Gillian Robertson over Tabatha Ricci. I think it'll be a good scrappy fight, back and forth. But I think Gillian Robertson is gonna be the bigger, more physical woman in the grappling exchanges, be a little bit more technical, a little bit more sharp in the grappling exchanges, and just be the wear on her to start to take her back, wear her down, pepper her up. Maybe Tabatha Ricci tries to try to stand up or whatever. And maybe get Gillian Robertson to try to, fall over back. But I think Gillian Robertson's gonna snap up an armbar. And after she, wearing her down, of course, fight probably like a late second round armbar. After, kind of wearing down on her over the course of the first round and a half, especially really probably late first round, most of the second round. Then Ricci gonna try to explode up, but get her arm snatched up, trying to explode up. And I think Robertson's gonna see it, snap it on, go for the armbar, get it, and get a second round sub over Tabatha Ricci. So in this one, I have Gillian Robertson via second round submission.